Hi there, my name is Philip Bacon and he's Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share and subscribe and ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop. And I've been listening to Big Finish's The 12th Doctor Adventure starring Jake Dubman, and it's pretty darn good. I'm going to give you a spoiler alert. It's a recommend. I liked it. But yeah, it all depends on how much you like the 12th Doctor. And also it all depends on how much you like Jake Dubman's rendering of the 12th Doctor. And I think this is a really fantastic performance. I mean, really... a really fantastic rendering of the 12th Doctor. So this is different from Jake Dubman doing the 10th and 11th Doctor, which I find indistinguishable, like completely indistinguishable from Matt Smith and David Tennant. You can play them side by side. I will not be able to tell you which one is Dubman and which one is Tennant or Smith. So this one shows what a very good actor. He's so young as well, but what a very good actor he is, because he's not relying on his on mimicry so much for this. Even though, listen, it's a fair impersonation of Capaldi. What sells it more is he's really watched that performance and he's recreating it. He's recreating it, and yeah, that performance is not an easy one to recreate because it's very complex. Capaldi's 12th Doctor was an extremely complex performance, and I think Dubman really does it perfectly. Yeah, I really want to hear him do like a 9th Doctor set. You know, I want to hear what his 9th Doctor would be like. I was really kind of disappointed that the Russell T Davies sequel to Rose, was it Revenge of the Nestine, which is very good. I think you should go and check it out now, which Jake Dubman narrated, and again just in his regular voice. I think he's such a good narrator that he didn't do a 9th Doctor, although he does have a 9th Doctor short trip coming out in September, which I'm really looking forward to. Forward to. So you know, again, how much you like this is really going to hinge on how much you like Dubman's performance, and you can check it out for free. There's a free adventure on Big Finish, part of the Paul Spragg Memorial Short Trips opportunity, I think they call it. It's called The Best Laid Plans. It came out in December, I'm pretty sure December, and it's free. Go and check it out. I haven't listened to it yet. There's also a short trips that he did with the 12th Doctor called Dead Media, came out a month or so earlier. I have those, but I haven't listened to it. Maybe I'll listen to them and do a little potted review of those two as well. And maybe I'll throw in the Maltese Penguin, because they just gave it that way they just gave it away for free, and it's a great story. Another story I really like. So there's an 11th and 12th Doctor's short trip coming out as well in September, where it's a multi-Doctor one. No, it's coming out in May. I'm really excited for that, because again, I know he can deliver. I know he can deliver the 12th Doctor. I know he can deliver a flawless 11th Doctor. So yeah, I'm really excited for that. Okay, but before we get into the review, if you like the channel, even if you don't like the channel, yeah, if you feel so like, can I ask you to hit that subscribe button? Hit the subscribe button for me. Thank you so much. I am so genuinely grateful. Go and check out the video notes. There is an audio adventure that you can download right now. Right there. I change it to a different one each week. This one's called Cuddlesome. It stars Nicholas Briggs as the Doctor. It's from the mid-80s. It's a group called Audio Visuals that grew up and became Big Finish. Now, I've been posting these the last few weeks, so go back. If you haven't been doing my videos, go back and check it out, and you'll be able to get the other ones. And they're all really good, and I'm going to keep on posting these ones. Well, I got a good year's worth, but I'm going to be changing it each week. Also, if you subscribe to if you subscribe to the channel, you can win something freaking awesome. I give stuff away each week on this channel, and I'm giving away something really good this week. Okay, what I'm giving away is this: the Alien Quadrology, a stonking 9-disc set of all the Alien movies, DVD set, tons of extras. You get the alternate version. The director's cut of Alien 3 is a totally different movie and a much better one. Again, all you need to do to win it is subscribe to the channel and then leave the hashtag Xenomorph in the chat. Go and check the video notes. It will give you all the information for that. Also, there's a charity that Capaldi put out an appeal for. If you feel so inclined, go ahead and give a donation to them too. So again, Jake Dubman, really good. He's a great find for Big Finish. I think he came from YouTube. I would really love to hear him do a young John Hurt and them do a War Doctor set with our sets with things. I think there's so much range in that. And I really think he's got the chops that he could do a really interesting performance with it. So the 12th Doctor's era, which this one is a contentious one. I think that's fair to say, and it's one I've been reevaluating in recent days. Yeah, we've been looked at, but also in recent months. And for me, it's hindsight has really improved it. Like I like it a lot more now than I did the first time round. It's because it's a very interesting layered one, and for me, everything hinges on Capaldi's performance. And again, as I said, it's a very complex one. It's most noticeably a merger of like the third and the fourth Doctors. I get that's the feeling I get, especially in his season 8 when he's got that jacket with the red lining. Yeah, it just feels very third Doctor-y. But there are flecks of other Doctors as well. I think you can see it best in the season 9 Dalek opener. Witch's Apprentice. Yeah, you could just see these flecks, these little micro expressions of like a bit of a Troughton here, a bit of a Peter Davison there. You can see these, and which Dubman really is able to replicate somehow on audio. So he doesn't even have any body language to give it away, but he's able to really do it. And again, Capaldi, his performance for me transcended stories. I can watch a mediocre or even bad, I would say, story with Capaldi in it and still enjoy it just from his performance. So I haven't seen Kill the Moon or In the Forest of the Night, so maybe I should really test that out on the bad ones. But like Kill the Moon, actually, I would say up until you got to that awful ending, that stupid ending, was a pretty darn good story. In pretty darn interesting. I have to go back and rewatch it to give you to evaluate it properly. So, as with everything Big Finish does, it seamlessly recreates the era they're attempting to recreate. And what's really clever here is they recreate the entirety of the era, because Capaldi's performance does change from season to season as the character. It's such a tragedy. It's only 3 seasons. I wish there were 5 seasons of him. Which is I think what he originally wanted to. But you could tell. Again, it's a testament to both Capaldi's performance and Dubman that you can really tell where each story is set just from how they're he's doing the performance, how he's like pitching it. So the first story is called The Charge of the Night Brigade. Actually, I think it's probably the best story. That or the second one are my favourite stories in the set. And for me, again, it fits very easily into early season 8. I can imagine this happening sometime before or after Into the Dalek. It really seems to fit there. It's a quasi-historical story set in the Crimea War with the real life historical figure Mary Seacole, who is just an incredible person. I didn't know anything about, and this story really taught me something about it. She was the other, the other famous nurse from the Crimea War, and she was a businesswoman, successful businesswoman, and so she set up this service for the beleaguered troops of the Crimea War, mainly serving up British food that they would love and treat them. It was called the British Hotel. And again, really fascinating character. Jamaican-born, dark skin, nurse and businesswoman. So clearly she was very smart. And this story does her credit by making her into a genuine 3-dimensional character that I can relate to, and I'm and I like, which I think is unlike the current series. And I hate to keep harp on the current series and compare it, where I don't think they do that when they show historical characters. I think they just go for tokenism, and you end up knowing you just know absolutely nothing about them at the end of it, and so they're completely forgettable. I can't even remember. Was in Spyfall the radio operator who died horribly? They had him for 2 scenes because again it just seemed like tokenism. Whether this is representation. This is the difference between the two, because it's a real person that you're rooting for. And it's also, but I don't think they would talk much about it because it's a real stab in the heart of the argument that which I think season 11 and 12 really does rotate around. That Western society is intrinsically evil and racist and sexist, and it's only now in recent years that we've seen the error of our ways and are throwing off all that. And everything that came before is really, you can see from one degree to another, an expression of white male patriarchal control. And if you're the wrong, skin color or the wrong gender, you couldn't do anything. You are completely helpless and going to do anything. Well, of course, this proves the complete opposite. Again, she was a successful businesswoman, a nurse, and a revered historical figure. So that shouldn't be possible. So it's a good little story as well by David Llewellyn. It's a story of alien demonic possession leading to invasion. And again, I just found it rattle along well. I enjoyed it. It said something. It educated me. Honestly, I think that's probably worth the price of entry on its own. It was a good little story. Another story I like, which I didn't think I would, is the second one, War Wounds by Mark Wright, and it also starred what's his name? Was it Samuel Anderson? Is it Samuel Anderson? I'm looking up the classes. Yeah, Samuel. Look at me getting that right. Samuel Anderson as the as Danny Pink. So it's a Danny Pink story. Now Danny Pink is not a well beloved character, is he? With all that talk of I'm a soldier. It was very very heavy handed. Although I really did like that scene when he went on, was it the first date with Clara? And he's talking about digging wells in the in wherever he was, in Afghanistan or something. And like when he comes by, I said, can I get you some water? And Clara's like, give him a minute, he'll dig for some. So I thought, that's what I did enjoy. But it's kind of clear that I think Moffat was really more interested in writing romantic comedies than Doctor Who at the time. But yeah, I like that line. And so, the most interesting thing about the character is how much the Doctor felt threatened by him. How much the Doctor detested him because he felt threatened by him. After his regeneration in Deep Breath. Deep Breath, by the way, it was an hour and 5 minutes long. They added 20 minutes in. Would have been much better on the regular length. Would have been better if they took that 20 minutes out, I think. So Deep Breath, in Deep Breath, Clara gets a phone call from the Matt Smith doctor saying, listen, this doctor's really going to need your help. He's going to pretend he doesn't need anything. He's going to pretend he doesn't need you, but he really needs you. He's terrified. He doesn't know what's going on. And that really set up an interesting dynamic for him and Clara for that season. And which I think worked. I think worked very well. So this doctor really needed Clara in the same ways that I would think the third doctor really loved Joe Grant, and he felt very threatened by Cliff Jones in the Green Death when he showed up. So again, that minute in that story has been stretched out to a whole season in season 9. And again, I think it's the most interesting thing about the character, and this story leans into that, and it's a interesting forgotten tale of how these two ended up on an adventure together, on a forgotten adventure together, and it's as much a story of their conflict and their relationship than anything else. It does again fit seamlessly into, I would say, late season 8. So it's a fun little story. I would again worth the price of entry. The third story, Distant Voices by Elizabeth Myers. I don't know if she's written before for Big Finish. It feels like a ninth series story for me. It's slightly let down by Dublin's co-star in this, Emily Redpath, who just doesn't feel like she's got the same experience with audio that Dublin have. And it feels like an actor acting rather than a character you believe. So you're drawn a little bit out the story by that, but only slightly, and it doesn't make the story a dud. The story itself is a little bit confused. It's about a tour guide. This tour guide called Cameron working at Rochester Castle, who's been hearing spooky voices, which is some kind of like time rift going on, and she's hearing voices from a past time, and it does expand into an interesting little Sapphire and Steely time breaking down esque story over 3 temporal locations, three time periods. Over in the same place, Rochester Castle. But to me, it just makes it into it's an enjoyable narrative. It is an enjoyable narrative. Good story. Again, I was only drawn out a couple of times by Emily Redpath's performance, and the final story in the set is called Field Trip by Una McCormick. And it features Ingrid Oliver as Osgood, and for me, it's the weakest story in the set. It really depends on how you feel about Osgood as a character. It fits either between season 9 and 10 or somewhere in season 10. And again, this is just judging from Dubman's how he pitched the performance. And again, how much you like it really depends on how much you like Osgood. So for me, she's always been much better on audio when you don't get like these annoying things I found annoying, like her wearing Tom Baker's scarf or Sylvester McCoy's sweater. I just found that kind of stuff kind of silly, and it draws me out of it. I think she's been best in the Big Finish. I think unit stories. And if you want to check out those, I would recommend Unit Assembled, which has the Third Doctor's unit family working with the Kate Stewart unit family, and it's not a time travel one. The Third Doctor unit family are all very old and retired by the time. There's also Cyber Reality, which has the War Doctor in it. Also, War Doctor is the War Master. Always worth listening. Derek Jacobi. It's always worth listening to. So it's pretty clear that Ingrid Oliver's lines were recorded separately from Dubman's, and if they weren't, what happened there? That's what it feels like, and it's slightly jarring. It takes you out the story a little bit. It's a reasonably good little story with the Doctor whisking Osgood away for this Peladon-style interplanetary political intrigue. Honestly, though, I think the idea of having the 12th Doctor taking Osgood on a trip, some of this story is called field trip, because that's something she's yearned for as a character all her life. I think that should have been a whole box set rather than just one story. It feels kind of like disposable and throw away as it is. It's fine. It's fine. Again, it all depends on how much you like Osgood. Really, to be honest with you. So as I said, look, this is a recommend. It's only $19.99. Which is much better if you're in America because it's $20 opposed to England. It's £20. So that's for download. I don't think you can get the physical one. Are they still doing deliveries? I'm not sure. I know they're not making any more physical ones right now. But listen, just buy the download. Where are you going anyway? You're not putting on for a drive, are you? And also, Big Finish have really, I think, going the extra mile to try and support the fan community in these incredible times. They put out a lot of very cheap content. They put out free content, as I said earlier. Maltese Falcon was free today. Is it free? That they stopped paying? It was free for a few days. It's a good look again, So, and I get the feeling that all businesses are very, very scared right now. So, listen, if you can support them, go ahead and support them. If you like the 12th Doctor, this is a fun little set, and I don't think you'll be disappointed with it. So, yeah, it's a recommend from me. Go and check it out now. My name is Phila Becken, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, subscribe, and ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop.